Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to be doing today is we'll be taking an in-depth look at all of our baseball games we have coming up for Wednesday, May 28th. We have 15 games in total today. We're going to break them all down. We're going to look at the rosters, look at the matchup, look at the lineups, and try to predict the outcome for every single one of our games today. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final score might be, and we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a baseball fan, this is the place. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop the comment down below. Do you agree? Disagree? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure that I respond to every single one of them. If you want to join one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment below. You can click on that link, sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate that. We're going to be going over every game this entire season, every single day, breaking them all down. We also have all the other sports news going on. The NFL draft just happened. We have college football, spring football, transfer portal stuff. Once the football season starts, we do the same thing for every game. Every week we do predictions. We do best bets for all of them. So make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. But let's not waste any more time. 15 games in total. We have every team playing today. So let's get started breaking these games down. Kicking everything off at 1:10 p.m., the 33-21 Los Angeles Dodgers, first place in the NL West. They'll be facing off first the 29-24 Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians are heavy fan underdogs here, but do not underestimate Cleveland. This is not a bad team by any means. They have enough power here to where they can compete with the Dodgers, and they are at home. Don't forget, the Dodgers pitching staff is completely decimated. 15 pitchers on the DL, but yet they still have the most talented top-to-bottom roster in baseball, and they continue to find ways to win. Right now, the Dodgers have a 60.2% chance to win this game. Cleveland, a 39.8% chance to win. The Dodgers are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 9.5. LA, they're minus 145. Cleveland is plus 120. Right now, the Dodgers, one of the better offenses in baseball. Freddie Freeman is hitting 361 right now. Shohei has 19 home runs, 33 RBIs. He's back to doing what he did last year. They're averaging 5.6 runs a game. 264 average, 81 home runs. That is second only to the Yankees in all of baseball. 35 steals, giving up 4.14 runs per game, which actually isn't bad when you consider the fact that there's 15 pitchers on the DL. Crazy that they are still winning games, and they're still first place in one of the deepest divisions in baseball. Cleveland right now, they're averaging 4 runs a game, hitting 231, 55 home runs, 38 steals, giving up 3.97 runs per game. Pitching has been a strength for Cleveland so far this season. Once they get those bats going, they can be really competitive here. They are second place in the AL Central, which is a very competitive division. Looking at our pitching, we do not have a starter announced as of me making this video for the Guardians. I hate going into games without knowing one of the variables because it kind of leaves you in a little bit of a gray situation. But Clayton Kershaw will be going for the Dodgers. Kind of rocky start to the season, but obviously he's really rusty. Been a while since he's pitched. 0-0 record, 7.5 ERA, 6 innings, 3 strikeouts. But we know he's one of the best pitchers in modern baseball history, and they still have a really good bullpen. Give me the Dodgers to win this game to cover the spread, but I'll go with the under. And then also at 1:10 p.m., we have the 27-29 Boston Red Sox. They need to start chipping their way back to 500. They've been hovering around 500 the entire season, but they are in a very deep division. You got to take these games. You got to win them when you have a chance. They'll be facing off first the 27-28 Milwaukee Brewers. 1 game under 500 right now. Both of these teams in this series are fighting to see who's going to end the series at 500. Right now, the Brewers 58.3% chance to win this game. Boston, a 41.7% chance. You have the Brewers coming in here, 1.5 run favorites. The over in here is 7.5. Boston, they're plus 135. Milwaukee is minus 160. Boston right now, an extremely aggressive, extremely balanced offense. They're averaging 4.9 runs a game. That's not bad at all. 254 average. That's great. 69 home runs. That's top 10 in baseball. 52 steals, a 4.02 ERA given up per game. And then looking at Milwaukee, they're averaging 4.3 runs a game. That is above average right now. 233 average, 45 home runs. But where they really excel is getting runners in scoring position. They have 70 steals. That's top 5 in baseball. Smaller market teams, so they have to be very aggressive in order to generate some runs. And they're giving up 4.11 runs per game. But they have one of their best going. They have Freddie Peralta going for his career, a 3.7 ERA, back-to-back 200 strikeout seasons. He's been their foundational pitcher. He's been their ace this season, 5-3 record, 2.55 ERA. He's at home, 60 innings, 60 strikeouts, only 7 home runs given up in 10 games. That's pretty dang good. And then you have Bello going right now for the Red Sox for his career, 4.3 ERA. This season, 2-1 record, 4.08 ERA, 35.1 innings, 27 strikeouts. He has given up 40 hits. He has given up 20 walks in 35 innings. So he is putting a lot of guys on base here. Can Milwaukee turn those base runners into runs? I'm going to go with Milwaukee winning this one, but a close win. They win, but they win by 1. So I'm going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. And also at 1:10 p.m., we have the 29-24 Minnesota Twins. Let's first give this team some respect. Don't forget, last month, they were 7 games under 500. They fought their way all the way back. They're 29-24, 5 games over 500 right now. They'll be facing off first the 27-26 Tampa Bay Rays. Both of these teams have pretty good pitching stats right now, but Minnesota is an extremely hot team. They're starting to score some runs. Pitching is top 5 in baseball. Right now, the Twins, 43.6% chance to win this on the road. Tampa Bay at home, if you want to call Steinbrenner Field home, technically, they have a 56.4% chance to win. The Twins are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. Minnesota comes in. They're minus 105. Tampa Bay is minus 115. This is one of those games where you can make a very strong case for either one of these teams to walk away with the win. Right now, the Twins are averaging 4 runs a game. 239 average, 49 home runs, 28 steals, but it's the pitching that gives them a shot in any game, only giving up 3.19 runs per game. That is top 5 in baseball. Tampa Bay, they're averaging 4.1 runs a game, 243 average, 49 home runs, 71 steals, just like the Brewers, smaller market team. They got to find ways to generate runs. And they're only giving up 3.69 runs per game. That's not as good as the Twins, but it's still top 8 in baseball. Looking at our pitching matchup, this is where this game really gets good. You have Pablo Lopez going for the Twins. One of the better pitchers so far this season. He has a 3.7 career ERA. This season, a 4-2 record, a 2.31 ERA, 50.2 innings, 54 strikeouts, only 9 walks in 9 games, only 3 home runs in 9 games. He's keeping the ball in the ballpark. And for Tampa Bay, Drew Rasmussen on the mound for his career, very underappreciated pitcher, career 2.9 ERA. So for the season, even better. 3-4 record, 2.6 ERA. He just needs some run support. 52 innings, 43 strikeouts, 12 walks, 6 home runs. I'm going to go with the Rays pulling off the upset. Very close game, though. Going with the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the under. And another one at 1:10 p.m. You have the 31-24 San Francisco Giants, second place in the NL West right now. Having a great season so far. Great offense, really good pitching staff. They'll be facing off first the 36-20 Detroit Tigers, one of the best teams so far this young season. First place in the AL Central, which is competing right now for the NL West for best overall division in baseball. Right now, the Tigers at home, 54.1% chance to win this one. San Francisco, a 45.9% chance to win. Fans are going with the Tigers, but Vegas is going with the Giants. Right now, San Francisco, 1.5 run favorites. The over in here is 7.5. San Francisco, they're even. The Tigers are minus 120. This is a very close, very competitive game. Right now, San Francisco, they're averaging 4.5 runs a game. 232 average, 54 home runs, 26 steals. They're only giving up 3.25 runs per game. That's top 5 in baseball. The Tigers, though, they are right there with them in almost every single category. They're averaging 5.1 runs per game. That's a top 10 offense. 253 average, 64 home runs. That's top 10 in home runs. 20 steals, giving up 3.31 runs per game. That is number 6 in baseball. Both of these teams can score. Both of these teams can pitch. Looking at the pitching matchup, we have Landon Raup going a career 3.5 ERA so far this season. 3-3 record, 3.63 ERA, 52 innings, 49 strikeouts, only 6 walks in 9 games. And then you have Jackson Jobe going for the Tigers. 4-1 record, 4.06 ERA, but they do have the edge on runs scored. And he has 44.1 innings, 35 strikeouts, 24 walks in 44 innings. That's about a walk every other inning. Putting a lot of guys on base here, but no matter what, Tigers are at home. They're going to be very difficult to beat. The fans love the Tigers. It is a close one, but I'm going to go with the Giants winning this one, covering the spread, and I'll go with the over. And a lot of early games today. Another one at 1:10 p.m. We have the 17-37 Chicago White Sox. This team lost 121 games last season. Do not underestimate this team. Yes, they have an awful record, but they're actually a very competitive team. A lot of very close losses, a very scrappy team. They are in every single game, usually down to the very final inning, so you got to keep your eye on them. They're always prepared for the upset. They'll be facing off first the 33-21 New York Mets, second place in the NL East right now. Right now, the Mets still have the number 1 overall statistical pitching team in baseball, number 1 starting rotation, as well as number 1 bullpen. Right now, the Mets have a 61.8% chance to win this game. This game is at Citi Field. The White Sox, a 38.2% chance. The Mets are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. New York, they're minus 250. Chicago is plus 205. Right now, the White Sox, the main thing holding them back has been their offense. They scored just enough runs to just barely lose a game. They're averaging 3.4 runs a game, 221 average, 44 home runs, 43 steals. Very balanced on offense, but they got to get those numbers up. They're giving up 4.1 runs per game. The Mets right now, 4.4 runs a game. The offense has been pretty sluggish right now. They need more production from Juan Soto. That 1 through 3 has been driving the team. They got to get 4 through 9 going. They have a 246 average, 54 home runs, 40 steals, but it's the pitching. 2.84 runs per game. Like I mentioned, that is number one in baseball. When you can pitch that good, you have a shot to win every single one of your games. Looking at our pitching matchup, this is going to be a really good one. We have Shane Smith going for the White Sox. This guy has been elite. He's a rookie, a 1-3 record. Definitely pitching good enough to have more than one win. He has a 2.36 ERA, 53.1 innings, 49 strikeouts. And for the Mets, Griffin Canning going a career year so far, the best year of his entire career, about a 4.5 career average so far this season, 2.88 ERA, 5-1 record, 50 innings, 47 strikeouts, a lot of walks, but he's not letting them score. I'm going to go with the Mets winning this game, but it's a low-scoring one. I'll go with the under. And then at 2:10 p.m., we have the 23-31 Athletics here. This team hits a lot of home runs. When you hit home runs, you always got a chance to win a slugfest. They'll be facing off first the 28-25 Houston Astros. This is an AL West matchup versus AL West. Right now, the Athletics 5th place in the West and Houston 2nd place in the West. Now 3 games over 500. You know what the Astros do? A veteran, experienced team that has had elite pitching for the last decade, basically. Right now, the Astros a 59.4% chance to win this game. The A's a 40.6% chance. The Astros are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. The A's, they're plus 110. The Astros are minus 130. Right now, the A's are averaging 4.3 runs a game. 256 average. They do not have a bad offense by any means. 67 home runs, that's top 10 in baseball. 27 steals. Where they lack is awful pitching. Basically, since opening day, they're getting up 5.29 runs per game, almost 2 more runs on average than the Astros pitching. Right now, the Astros are averaging 4 runs a game, 254 average, 49 home runs, 24 steals, giving up 3.42 runs per game. This team always pitches good. They always keep the scores down. Looking at the pitching, you have Luis Severino, the experienced veteran, going for the A's career 3.83 ERA. So far this season, 1-4 record. 4.11 ERA, 65.2 innings, 50 strikeouts, 20 walks. He's got a lot of walks here, 63 hits, but only 4 home runs given up. That's what you want to see here versus the Astros. The Astros have Lance McCullers Jr. He's been banged up, a little rusty right now. Not the best start of his career, but very, very small sample size. 0-1 record, 6.57 ERA. 12.1 innings, 14 strikeouts. He's striking out guys, but 10 walks in 12 innings. That's a really bad start, but those numbers will come back down the earth. I'm actually going to go with the A's pulling off the upset. That might be a stretch here, but I'm going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. And at 3:40 p.m., you have the 19-36 Pittsburgh Pirates. This season got away from Pittsburgh very quickly this season, but they have one of the best young pitchers in baseball. Some might say the best young pitcher in baseball. They'll be facing off for stuff with the 500, the 27-27 Arizona Diamondbacks, 4th place in the NL West right now, having a really strong season. They have an offense to where they can compete with anyone. They give up a lot of runs, but they score a lot of runs as well. Right now, the Diamondbacks 55% chance to win this game. Pittsburgh a 45% chance to win. The Diamondbacks are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. Arizona, they're minus 130. Pittsburgh is plus 110, but whenever you have their pitcher on the mound, you got a shot. Right now, Pittsburgh, they have the dead last place, the worst statistical offense in baseball. They're only averaging 3 runs a game, 224 average, 37 home runs, 53 steals. Pitching's not bad, though, only giving up 4 runs a game. Arizona, one of the better offenses in baseball, 5 runs a game, 255 average, 73 home runs. That's top 7 in baseball. 46 steals, giving up 4.68 runs per game. Looking at our pitching, you have Zach Gallen going for the Diamondbacks. The worst start of his career, but we know what this guy's capable of. He's a veteran, career 3.43 ERA. So far this season, 3-6 record, 5.25 ERA, 61.2 innings, 63 strikeouts. He's putting a lot of guys on base, 29 walks, basically a walk every other inning, but he's going to get things under control. Don't worry. But he's going up against Paul Skeens, who might be the best pitcher in baseball. Don't forget, last season, a 1.96 ERA in his rookie season. So far this season, 3-5 record, 2.36 ERA, 68.2 innings, 70 strikeouts. I trust this guy on the mound. The main concern is the Pirates offense. Will they be able to get him enough runs to get a win here? I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks winning it, covering the spread, and I'll go with the under this game. And this next game at 4:10 p.m., this is a game that I hate to call here because I want it to go one way, but my gut tells me it's going to go another way. We're going to have the 21 and 31 Miami Marlins facing off versus the 30 and 22 San Diego Padres. The Padres, they're having a great season so far, but the last, 2 to 3 weeks, they have not been playing their best baseball because the offense is getting a little sluggish right now. Right now, the Padres, they have a 66.7% chance to win this game. The Marlins, a 33.3% chance. The Padres are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. San Diego, they're minus 165. Miami, plus 140. The Marlins don't have a bad offense, but they have one of the worst pitching staffs in baseball. The bullpen is even worse. So even if you have the lead, when you turn the game over to that bullpen, things can get really ugly. They are averaging 4.1 runs a game, 250 average, 47 home runs, 46 steals, giving up 5.31 runs per game. You got to trust the bullpen here in these type of games. And for the Padres, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game. They're definitely a lot more capable of a lot more runs than that, but the offense is going through a little sluggish period. 253 average, 48 home runs, 38 steals. One thing that they excel at is pitching. They have a great starting rotation. They have a really good bullpen. You have a lot of confidence when they have a late game lead. They're only giving up 3.52 runs per game. Looking at pitching, the Padres don't have their best going right now. They have Kyle Hart going 2-2 record, a 6 ERA, 21 innings, 16 strikeouts. And for the Marlins, Sandy Alcantara, Cy Young winner, 2-7 record, a 8.04 ERA. Even with this awful start this season for his career, he still has a 3.5 ERA. But gosh, he does not have a good start this entire season so far. Every game, he's giving up over 4 to 5 runs a game. 47 innings, 40 strikeouts, 25 walks, 8 home runs, 49 hits. Awful numbers. I tried to find the bright spot in his pitching this season. There is none. At some point, the guy's got to turn it on, but I have to see it this season to believe it. That's what I hate to say. Give me San Diego to win this, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And looking at our evening games at 6:35 p.m., we have the 30 and 24 St. Louis Cardinals. Let's call it what it is. This is one of the hottest teams in baseball. They're scoring a lot of runs right now. Pitching has been elite the last month. You really don't want to play St. Louis right now. They'll be visiting the 19 and 34 Baltimore Orioles, but Baltimore did win this game yesterday. This is a team with an offense that can hit a lot of home runs. They just got to get guys on base. But they do have a bottom 3, bottom 4 overall pitching staff in baseball. Right now, the Orioles, they have a 42.8% chance to win this game. St. Louis, a 57.2% chance. And the Orioles are the Vegas favorites right now. 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. The Cardinals, they are plus 105. Baltimore is minus 125 right now. Props to Baltimore. They won that game yesterday. They come into the day as the favorite. St. Louis, though, the hot team. They're averaging 4.8 runs a game, 261 average. They have 0 issues getting guys on base, 48 home runs, 34 steals, and the pitching has been so good during the month of May, giving up 3.73 runs per game. Baltimore, 3.8 runs a game. They can get that number up. This team has a lot of power. 234 average, 58 home runs, 33 steals, but it's that pitching just completely holding this team back, giving up 5.52 runs per game. That's really bad. Look at the pitching. You have Cade Povich going for his career, 5.07 ERA so far this season. 1-3 record, 4.86 ERA. That's high, but it's technically under his career average. 46.1 innings, 44 strikeouts. He has given up 50 hits, though, putting guys on base. St. Louis, they have Miles Mikolas going 4-2 record, a 3.51 ERA, 51.1 innings, 31 strikeouts. He's not a strikeout pitcher, but only 3 home runs. Baltimore, they live off the home run. Mikolas right now is not giving up very many of them. Give me the Cardinals to pull off the upset here, going with the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. And this next one of the best matches of the night on MLB Network. If you have the channel, make sure to watch it if you got the free time. At 6:45 p.m., the 25 and 28 Atlanta Braves. Yes, they're 3 games under 500, but don't forget, this team started out the season 0-7, fought their way all the way back, got just over 500, but they're on a little bit of a rough streak right now. But this team is really hot. They have their best pitcher back. They have their best hitter back. They're ready to start rolling, but unfortunately for them, they're going up against one of the hottest teams in baseball, the 35 and 19 Philadelphia Phillies, first place in the NL East. The Braves are third place in the East. Right now, the Phillies, 66% chance to win this game. The Braves, a 34% chance. The Phillies, 1.5 run favorites. The over in here is 7.5. Philadelphia, they're minus 165. Atlanta is plus 140. The Braves right now, they finally got their main primary weapon back. This team's going to take off, but can they get going tonight against one of the better pitchers in baseball? Right now, the Braves are averaging 4.2 runs a game, 248 average, 56 home runs, 33 steals, giving up 3.74 runs a game. Right now, Philadelphia, one of the loaded offenses in baseball. Yes, Harper got hurt yesterday. If as long as he's perfectly fine, once he gets going, and they have Schwarber with 18 home runs, they have Trey Turner. They're averaging 4.9 runs a game, 261 average, 58 home runs, 51 steals, very aggressive batting order, and they're only giving up 3.72 runs per game. Pitching staff's a little banged up right now, but to me, in my opinion, I do think the Phillies have the deepest starting rotation in baseball right now. Right now for the Braves, they have Smith Shawver going. Great start to the season. 3-2 record, 3.67 ERA, 41.2 innings, 41 strikeouts. The Phillies, Zach Wheeler, who is technically, as of right now, the Vegas leader for the NL Cy Young. 6-1 record, 2.42 ERA, 70.2 innings, 88 strikeouts. Started out the season rocky. He's been unhittable for the last 5 or 6 starts. He's on pace for just shy of 300 strikeouts. Right now, I'm going to go with the Phillies. This guy is too good. I love Zach Wheeler. I'm not a Phillies fan, but I love watching great players play. Phillies win this one. They cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. At 7:40 p.m., we have the 27-28 Cincinnati Reds, one game under 500. They've been hovering around 500 this entire season. The offense has been up and down, started out really low, then they got hot, then they got low again. Now they're maybe starting to creep their way back up. The bats are starting to get hot. One thing they have had going for them, pitching has been consistent. They'll be going up against the 29-26 Kansas City Royals, 4th place in the AL Central. They're 3 games over 500, and they're 4th place in the Central. That's how deep that division is. But let's look at it like this. Kansas City has one of the worst offenses in baseball, but their pitching is so elite. Even with an awful offense, they are still 3 games over 500. Got to give them credit there. Right now, the Royals a 40.2% chance to win this game. The Reds a 59.8% chance to win. They're 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. Cincinnati, they're averaging 4.6 runs a game. 245 average, 54 home runs, 54 steals. That's as balanced as it gets, giving up 3.81 runs per game. KC, the offense is really sluggish, 3.3 runs a game, 246 average, 32 home runs, 44 steals, but it's the pitching, only giving up 3.03 runs per game. You can't ask for more than that. They just need to score 3 to 4 runs, and they can win these games, but it's been hard for them to do. Right now, the Reds have Hunter Green going for his career 3.5 ERA. So far this season, he's been on point. 4-2 record, 2.54 ERA, 49.2 innings, 63 strikeouts. He's a strikeout pitcher here. Kansas City, they're going to be struggling to get guys on base for the Royals. They have Noah Cameron going. He's a rookie. Good start to the season. 1-1 record, a .93 ERA. That is the correct number, but it's only over 19.1 innings, 14 strikeouts. I'm going to go with the Reds pulling off the win here, covering the spread, and I'm just barely going to go with the over. And at 8:05 p.m., the 9-45 Colorado Rockies. Yes, they are the worst team in baseball. One of the worst offenses, the worst pitching staff in baseball. But believe it or not, the last week they've actually been playing some really competitive baseball. Give them some props. They've been very competitive the last week. Do they have a shot here, though, versus the 33-21 Chicago Cubs, who right now, the number 1 overall offense in baseball. They have power. They have speed. Even the pitchings look pretty good recently. The Cubs here have an 85% chance to win this game. The Rockies, only a 15% chance. Right now, the Cubs, 2.5 run favorites. The over under here is 7.5. The Rockies are plus 270. The Cubs are minus 340. The Cubs are heavy favorites. You're such heavy favorites. Sometimes you think that there's an upset brewing. Right now, the Rockies, one of the worst offenses, only averaging 3.2 runs a game, 220 average, 43 home runs, 26 steals, giving up 5.7 run per game. That is atrocious. You might as well just round it up to 6. It's pretty bad. Right now, the Cubs are averaging 6.1 runs per game, and they have a chance here to feast on the Colorado Rockies. 264 average, 78 home runs. That's number 3 in baseball. 64 steals. That's top 5 in baseball. Giving up 4.07 runs per game. For the Rockies, yes, their pitching's awful, but Tanner Gordon's actually had a pretty decent start to the season. 1-1 record, 4.38 ERA, but it's only 12.1 innings, 9 strikeouts. And for the Cubs, they have Matthew Boyd going. 4-2 record, a 3.42 ERA. The Cubs are averaging almost more than 3 runs per game in that. 55.1 innings, 56 strikeouts. He's given up a lot of hits, but the Cubs can get hits themselves. They can get runs scored. They can steal bases. They can hit home runs. They can pitch. Give me Chicago to win this one to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And at 8:05 p.m., the 26-27 Toronto Blue Jays, there's one game under 500. This team, a very underperforming offense, but the talent's there, the power's there. This offensive roster is loaded. Varsho, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Bichette, Springer, Santander. They got a lot of weapons here. They just need to hit some more home runs, get some guys on base. They'll be facing off first the 26-29 Texas Rangers. A very much underperforming, disappointing offense. One of the better offenses on paper, but once they get Seager back, they got to do something to get guys on base, but they have elite pitching so far this season. Rangers here, 60.5% chance to win this game. The Blue Jays a 39.5. The Rangers are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. Right now, Toronto, they're averaging 3.9 runs a game, 246 average, 45 home runs, 32 steals, giving up 4.18 runs per game. And for the Rangers, they got to get that offense going. It's on the bottom side of baseball. They are capable of a lot more than that. They're averaging 3.4 runs a game, hitting 223, 56 home runs, 47 steals. Pitching gives them a shot to win every game, giving up 3.34 runs per game. For the Blue Jays, they have Eric Lauer going, a 1-1 record, 3.31 ERA. Young pitcher, 16.1 innings, 16 strikeouts. And for the Rangers, they have the veteran Tyler Mahle going, career 4.1 ERA so far this season. They have a great starting rotation. Give these guys some run support. He has a 5-2 record, a 1.8 ERA, 60 innings, 43 strikeouts, a lot of walks, but how about only 2 home runs in 10 games? That's elite right now. Give me the Rangers to win this one to cover the spread. I have them finally scoring some points. We'll go with the over. And at 9:38 p.m., we have the 33-20. The New York Yankees. This team is so hot right now. First place in the AL East. They'll be facing off first the 25-28 Los Angeles Angels. Don't underestimate the Angels. They are technically top 4, top 5 in home runs. They can score some runs in bunches, but so can the Yankees, obviously. Right now, New York, 54.2% chance to win this game. The Angels, a 45.8. The Yankees are 1.5 run favorites. The over-under here is 8.5. New York, they're minus 175. The Los Angeles Angels are plus 145. New York, a top 4 overall offense, 5.7 runs a game, 263 average. 86 home runs. That is good for first place in all of baseball. Obviously, Judge is having a historic season. 398 average, 18 home runs, 47 RBIs. They have 36 steals, a 3.37 ERA. This is all without their ace, Garrett Cole. One of the deepest rotations in baseball. With Cole, they probably had the best rotation. Right now, the Angels are averaging 4.3 runs a game, 226 average, 77 home runs, though. That's still top 5. 23 steals, but pitching's awful, giving up 4.99 runs per game. Thankfully for them, they have one of their better pitchers going. For the Yankees, you have Clark Schmidt on the mound, 1-2 record, a 4.58 ERA, 37.1 innings, 38 strikeouts. And for the Angels, you have Kikuchi going. For his career, about a 4.1 ERA, but so far this season, he's been really good. 1-4 record, a 3.17 ERA, 59.2 innings, 54 strikeouts, 30 walks. That is awful. A walk every other inning. You don't want guys on base versus Judge versus Goldschmidt. Call me crazy here. I may very well live to regret this. I'm going to go with the Angels pulling off the upset. They got to take one this series. The Angels win it, going with the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over here. And our final game at 9:40 p.m., the 24-29 Washington Nationals. They don't have a bad offense. Pitching is extremely questionable. They give up a lot of runs, but this team's actually one of those scrappy teams, a lot of really close games. They'll be facing the 29-23 Seattle Mariners. First place in the AL West, one of the better, more rounded offenses in baseball. Pitching's really caught on the last 5 weeks. Right now, the Nationals, 33.9% chance to win this game. The Mariners, a 66.1% chance to win. The Mariners are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. Seattle, they're minus 200. Washington is plus 165. They got to go all the way from the east, all the way to the west. Right now, Washington, 4.2 runs a game average, 241 average, 52 home runs, 52 steals. That's as balanced as it gets, but they're giving up 5.07 runs per game. They give up a lot of runs. That's not going to work here versus Seattle team. If they can get Rodriguez going, Raleigh, Crawford, a lot of weapons here. They're averaging 4.6 runs a game, 237 average, 70 home runs. That's top 5 in baseball, 49 steals, and they're only giving up 3.69 runs per game. Looking at our pitching, Trevor Williams for the Nationals, not the best start of his career, 2-5 record, 6.39 ERA, 49.1 innings, 41 strikeouts. George Kirby going for Seattle. Very, very small sample size, only 3.2 innings, but he's given up 12.27 runs per game. But it's only 3 innings, so you really can't count that. For his career, about a 3.5 ERA. I'm going to trust the Nationals offense. Kirby's a lot better than he pitched that one game. Seattle wins this. They cover the spread, and I will go with the under overall. So that's our breakdown. That's our predictions for all of our best bets for all of our games we have coming up for Wednesday, May 28th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. I will respond to every single one of them. If you want to join one of our member teams, look at the pinned comment below. Click on the link. You can sign up there. I would definitely appreciate that. Make sure to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.